So, Brandon, is the vibe on this team a little bit different in the last couple of weeks, or different now than it was a couple weeks ago?
Definitely. All the vibes are going to be pretty positive when you're winning. We're on the streak right now. We got to keep it going as much as we possibly can. We want to go into conference play 7-4. That was our goal. I remember Keyshawn sent everybody a message in the group text like, look, we still got this. Let's finish the year out 7-4 and go into conference play. Let's win it out, and we'll just focus. We'll just move on from there. Right now, just control what we can control, and I think that's what everyone is doing, accepting their role, controlling the controllables, and letting the game just take care of itself.
You want to tell them, or should I?
You got
3 more games.
3 more, so you could be 8-4 going
into ACC. 8-4.
Sounds a lot better, don't it?
Yeah.
Blame Keyshawn's math,
not mine. Those words came from Keyshawn's mouth, not mine. Do not report that. I didn't say that. Keyshawn did it. I'm just listening to my captain.
What do you think is the difference now between the way the team was playing a couple weeks ago versus how you folks are playing now?
Defensively, we picked things up. I think last game, we forced 20 turnovers, I believe. We haven't done that in a while. Coach Manning has definitely picked things up defensively on the defensive end and not letting us just settle for 5 victorious wins. And practice today will be pretty intense, like it has been. So, I think the coaching staff has done a heck of a job, preparing us, not letting us be satisfied without wins. Because at the end of the day, we're still 5-4. There's no reason for that. But everything is for a reason. But we should be going against Carolina with a better record than what we have now. Is what I'm trying to say, basically. So the coaches have definitely been doing a better job of preparing us game by game, and day by day.
I know it was only 1 game that you missed, but did it feel good to get back out there and get into the flow pretty quickly?
It did. Especially, like I was saying, in front of my hometown crowd. But me just, grew up in Winston and playing travel basketball all around. So I knew a lot of, locals in Charlotte. So, it was good to see them to the game. It was a welcome home for Keyshawn. I was joking with him the entire time on the way down on the bus. But it was fun. It was a good win, good team effort. I was just happy to come up with the win because, it's been a while since we saw, the walk-ons play. So, seeing those guys out there, because they do a heck of a job preparing us. They actually did a great job preparing us for that Charlotte game, like they do any other game. But, that was probably our best defensive game so far. So.
That play where I think Doral gets a steal and flips to you, and you kind of all in one motion turning through it ahead to Keyshawn. Is that instinct to just know there's the open man breaking? Did you see him out of the corner of your eye?
So what happened was I was pressuring John Davis coming off a ball screen. I was behind, and I kind of timed it. So once he put the ball down, the ball eventually got to come back to your hand. So I poked it, and I kind of told Keyshawn to go. And I knew David. I knew I was getting the ball at some point. So the rod picked it up, gave it to me, and it was just, there you go. Keyshawn, I didn't think he was gonna dunk it. Keyshawn's 30, so I didn't know he was gonna dunk it in that.
He don't dunk much in practice, does he?
It was his hometown, so maybe that's what it was. We also had a pretty good pregame meal, so that probably helped us out a bit.
What did you have?
He got extra Keyshawn. I want to know what he had, so I can dunk.
So you had a couple extra inches on that vertical, you think?
Definitely. I don't know, it was maybe something in the Gatorade bottles.
Some of Mike's magic stuff, like in Space Jam?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe some of that. Probably, none of our coaches were very athletic, so, Coach Manning was, but he's 16, I don't count. It doesn't count. Coach Woodbury, he was more of a mid-post guy. Fault that y'all never seen him dunk, so. I've actually seen Coach Jamil dunk, so he probably junked some of Coach Jamil juice. That made it would have been. Okay. But all jokes aside, Keyshawn, he definitely helped us out. He brought in and gave us a lot of energy off the bench. I don't know who led the game in scoring, but I know Keyshawn was one of the top leading scorers on the team, and Keyshawn does a heck of a job of accepting. He's accepted the fact that coming off a bench is probably what's best for our team, and he's helped me understand that. When Mitch decided to start, I applaud him for not letting that affect his game or the team chemistry any kind of way. So Keyshawn is definitely, you know, the heart and soul of this team. And, you know, his performance that he put on against Charlotte was pretty good. And I'm happy for him, you know, for him to put on that type of performance in front of his home crowd. And he thinks he didn't play very well, but that was one of the best games I've seen him have, besides the 5 turnovers he had. But, I mean, he's had a pretty solid game.
How important is it for this team? You talk about Keyshawn coming off the bench. If you go like 5 minutes into the game, you know, 15 minutes left in the first half, you look around and there's like no starters left on the court. The Coach Manning has started to develop, I guess, a trust in all the guys in rotation. How important is that to the development of this team?
Well, a lot of times in practice we split us up, you know, starters in the second group, and obviously I'm in the second group. And the second group, we do a pretty good job competing, you know, with the starters. And, you know, me and Keyshawn do a heck of a job just motivating those guys. Like, listen, like, just go out there and compete no matter what. And that's what we did. And, you know, we practiced how we played. So in practice, we turned up defensively. We're picking up full court, talking, and just being real active, and it carried out into the game. You know, Melo got a dunk, his second dunk of his career. He'll have plenty more if he keeps it up. No, seriously, like, Melo had a pretty good game. Like, he had a great game. And I just can't believe how well Olivier played as well. Olivier played a good game. Besides the foul trouble, came in, hit a 3. He was the only person on our team to shoot free throws the first half. So I applaud him for getting to the free throw line.
You mentioned the defensive intensity. You know, has that been something that you guys as a team really have strived to work on?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Like I said before, we spend a lot of time defensively. Offensively, we'll take care of itself. I don't know how many points we average a game. I'm sure it's around 75, 80. So that's enough points to win a basketball, to compete, to win a basketball game. It's just a matter of holding our opponents to obviously less points than us so we can come out victorious. Just making guys shoot a low percentage to put us in a better position to win.
You know, in practice, of course, the coaches can want you to do, but it has to be something that you guys want to do on the
Definitely. You know, last year I received the Defensive Player of the Year award. I knew, because I still have a chip on my shoulder, because I knew I was playing against guys that I knew I was better against on the floor, and I just wanted to show that. So I just bring that competitive edge and that chip on my shoulder to this team, especially to the second group when we're out there competing against the rest of the guys, whether it's scout, first team, no matter who's in front of me. You know, my job is to make sure, you know, I pick up the ball, pick it up, get guys involved, and make sure, you know, when guys see Brandon Childress play, they know that he's a heck of a defensive player. So.
Talking about Keyshawn, you talked about how him going to the bench, you know, how his attitude was. You know, did that resonate with the whole team? Just him taking that role and you guys being able to continue and keep rolling?
Yeah, it shows you how much of a great teammate Keyshawn is. You know, Keyshawn, him being a redshirt junior, seeing in the classroom, he's, like I said, he's 30. No, I'm just messing with him. Keyshawn knows I love him. But for him to accept the fact that Mitch has started, and for him, you know, the best situation for him is just to come off the bench, really just made our team, you know, build even a stronger bond. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't been in that position before. I haven't started here yet, but I played a lot of minutes. I haven't been playing at all, so I know when situations get tight, in tough situations, you know, once we get in the ACC play and it comes down to the games to the wire, I know Keyshawn and I will both be out there on the floor, and I want to thank Coach Manning, you know, for trusting us and putting us in those situations like we have before against Illinois.
Good.